Hi, Godzo Medicine PlayStation and Medic Maniac YouTube. Once again, I'm on my PS5 with Gran Turismo 7, and I just want to talk about things in the game. So the cafe, I'm right over the cafe now. I've spoken about the single player in a video quite a while ago on my channel. Gran Turismo, getting rid of my menu there for a minute. So the cafe menus, other people have talked about the cafe menus, and this is basically your main single player, right? Obviously you can go to world circuits and choose any of the events there for your single player. You've got your missions, you've got your the amazing, wonderful music rally that I can't be bothered with. And many other players can't either. There's obviously a license test, but the cafe menus lead you to here, and there are requirements for cafe menus. So, you know, when I got this game, that's the single player bit, so I wanted to play single player because I don't drive online. I didn't bother before. And I mean before Sony put the prices of PlayStation Plus up, and when Sony put the prices of PlayStation Plus up, I thought, well, that's enough for me. I don't need that, so I don't get PlayStation Plus now anyway. So, you know, I like single player content in racing games these days. My days of driving online went. So the cafe will bring you to events with specific criteria, right? Let's pick a circuit. Here, this one's got a cafe menu symbol on it, and it's talking about this particular race here. Let's click on it, and this is a prime example of what I mean. So up here, it'll be times 8 fuel for this one, and times 9 tyre wear, right? Now, either you enjoy these events or you don't, and I don't. I don't enjoy having a predetermined fuel consumption and tyre rate, you know, tyre wear rate. I don't enjoy that. Let's have a look at this one. Times 10 fuel and times 9 tyre wear for that one. Let's have a look at this one. Times 10 fuel, times 12 tyre wear. You know, call me old school, call me what you want, I care not. I like times 1 tyre wear and times 1 fuel consumption. And I don't like it when games give me hoops to jump in a very kind of arcadey fashion, and don't give me the opportunity to qualify or to practice or to set up my car, you know, driving around a particular track or whatever it is. They give me this fixed criteria and say that's your single player experience. You know, I didn't enjoy that. When it says the real driving simulator and it's giving you really bastardized fuel consumption and tyre wear rates, what it's saying is this is an arcade game. And I just didn't enjoy that single player experience. I like an experience that I can customize myself, and for the longest time it was the way that the custom races, which I've been doing in this car, by the way, the custom races weren't really viable for the amount of time and effort you put into it and the credits you got back. The credits you get back are still bastardized for For example, I've been racing a bit of Deep Forest Raceway. It's a great track. And in custom race, I have settings, Deep Forest Raceway settings. So let's load this up and let's show you what I've been doing. So I've got 65 laps here. Now the credits are still bastardized, because the more laps you want to do, like for example the other day I did 105 laps, right? And the more laps you put on it, the less credits you get. And I don't understand that at all. I just don't. You know, it's another way for a live service game to make you play lots more. It is. That's the live service model, and it sucks. But, you know, in the settings that I've got here, mechanical damage off, because the AI is extremely aggressive and so rubbish that you will be just filling your little swear box extremely quickly, trust me. So I've got times 1 tyre wear and times 1 fuel consumption, you know, and it's just like, it's a lot more enjoyable experience than stupid times of mismatched times of tyre wear and fuel consumption, and that's given to you as your single player experience. Why? What? Who decided that was a good way to go? It's rubbish. And it puts me off completing the cafe menus in that way. It's like, I understand that to complete the menus, you just buy the cars. But the point was that you won the cars from completing the cafe menus, and that, I mean, single player experience is just rubbish, isn't it? I'd love to see an option where we get to create like a season of races, right? That would be great. You know, season races. Because racing goes in a season, doesn't it, in different classes? And I've seen other games take that route before. And if you really wanted to flesh out the single player, like with your custom races, what you could do, and I've talked about this before, is you could give the player the option to create a custom season. Wouldn't that be fantastic? One of the other things that I'd like to see for the single player experience in a racing game is your garage getting bigger. I remember Project Gotham Racing, which was a brilliant game. Project Gotham 4, oh my goodness, what a great game that is. I still play it today. It is a god amongst driving games. But your Project Gotham Racing 4 had you getting bigger garages to put your car collection in. I remember you could view your trophies that you won in the racing season, and even it had like pictures or photographs that you and other people had taken if you were connected to online, and displayed them on the walls of your garage, as well as having that little arcade machine with that arcade game that they had in there, Bizarre Creations. I can't remember the name of it. Little shooting game. You'll know it if you remember Project Gotham. Brilliant game. And I'd like to see, the player have garages and be able to display trophies and stuff. And like I say, create seasons of different kind of classes and stuff. On different kind of tracks, different locations around the world and stuff. And be able to display your trophies and stuff like that. What about that? Instead of these really rubbish, half-assed single players where it's very clear they don't care about the single player experience and they just give you crap. Because the cafe menu single players, it is just crap. It really is. I enjoyed Forza Motorsport 3's single player and the event list, because what it did was it had you look into your garage or look at the cars available and make and build and tune cars to fit specific race criteria to fulfill your event list. And you could be creative with some of the cars that you made. It was a great way to see what cars were capable of and what classes they were suited for. That was brilliant. But in this one, what you get is you get shoehorned into a very linear, very narrow selection of cars. I've mentioned before that, you know, you couldn't really, you got all these cars that you can build and tune and stuff, and then when you got them, you couldn't race them on any track you want, and they've kind of fixed that now with this quick race bit. But it's not really kind of an in-depth, you know, bit like the event lists in the old Forza Motorsport games, which were brilliant. And that's why your custom race needs to be fleshed out more, to give the player the option to be able to create seasons and series of races. And, you know, again, it's all part of putting the passion back into motorsport games, isn't it, I guess? But yeah, I think I've talked about single player stuff before, but I really wanted to mention that because I just can't stand, I mean, I really can't stand these races with the fixed, bastardized arcade style fuel and tyre wear. I mean, if some people enjoy them, well power to you, but I don't. I just don't. Anyway, while I thought of it, I thought I'd make that and share that. So whatever you're doing, take care.